Look at the picture. See the skull. Visible Frankenstein controls. The Brain Thoughts broadcasting radio. The Frankenstein earphone radio. The latest new skull reforming to contain all Frankenstein controls.
Good evening, good morning, good everywhere in between, dearest listeners. Whatever time it is for you, it's time for Frankenstein Control. It's no secret that I, B-Rye, have an inexhaustible appetite for literature and lore, and while reflecting on some of my favorite moments from fantasy for no reason at all this week, I wasn't trying to, double down on my escapism or anything. But anyhow, I was struck with a strange urge to begin our program tonight with the recitation of a passage from the very end of The Return of the King, which of course is the final book in the original Lord of the Rings trilogy. Again, I just got the idea to do this spontaneously. It has nothing at all to do with ongoing current events. As when death smites the swollen brooding thing that inhabits their crawling hill and holds them all in sway, ants will wander witless and purposeless and then feebly die. So the creatures of Sauron, orc or troll or beast spell enslaved, ran hither and thither mindless. Some slew themselves, or cast themselves into pits, or fled wailing back to hide in holes and dark, lightless places far from hope, to allege without evidence that Frodo had committed ring destruction fraud. As black uruks from the Tower of Cirith Ungol were denied entry to observe the halfling as he cast Sauron's bane back into the fires of its creation. The mouth of Sauron declared that the Dark Lord must not concede to be destroyed or banished until we figure out just what the fuck happened in Pennsylvania, where orcs without college degrees, which is to say all of them except for Professor Murgash DFA, who was tenured at Pennsylvania State and a registered libertarian, had reported such strong support for Mordor in the polls. Also in this analogy, Shelob is Betsy DeVos. So say I. So say I, J.R.R. Tolkien in 1955.
Wow, very prescient.
It really was. He really was ahead of the times there. There's a reason why he's considered the godfather of fantasy.
And that's it. It's just it's timeless. Timeless is what it is. Well, what a lovely adventure, Beer. I thank you.
I thought we could all do with some fantasy escapism.
So yeah, Joe Biden won the election. What do you think about that? Well, welcome to Uncertainty Control. I'm your host, Taylor Russell. To my right is Ada Ship.
I'm Ada, and I tried to run, but I didn't really get off on a good platform. I didn't have the money to support it. Plus, my whole throwing puppies into the volcano initiative wasn't well received for some reason.
Didn't go too hot.
I'm still a little upset about that, but whatever.
Well, you read all your talking points from Pornhub comments.
And in front of me, as always, the only man to vote 4,500 times, B-Rye.
I'm B-Rye, and I am the ghost of the hanging chads. Remember those?
Ghost of the hanging chad.
That was a thing from the election that first ruined the world when we were 10.
What?
Back in Bush v. Gore the first time. Well, they only met the one time, but they thought that Al Gore had won the election, and they were like, oh, thank God.
Yeah.
Oh, what's that about Florida? They have these paper things called chads that hang off their ballots for some fucking reason, and you got to do some shit with them, and for some reason that cocked up the entire system, and then we had the Iraq War. Gulf War II.
I didn't know that
it had anything to do with chads. Where were the incels in all this?
Yeah.
Presumably they were still closeted.
I was like, this is either going to go a myriad of ways, really. Like, it could be B-Rye's making it funny, and he's going to relate it to chads and incels of today, or he's going to make some sort of dour reference of some horrible war crime called the Hanging Chads, where something terrible happened in the country of Chad. Like, who knows? Who knows with B-Rye?
Hanging chads were that is entirely coincidentally one of the platforms of John Jafari's presidential campaign.
Wow, that's a name I haven't heard in a while.
Mm-hmm. I saw a video of his the other day. I don't remember why, but I think it just came up in random play. and it was really fucking funny. Mm-hmm. Oh, it was his review or his mocking of
Surviving Edge Weapons.
Yeah, that.
Any video that does commentary on that is like destined to be great.
But he avoided the entire like I ain't gonna die in no ghetto. Like, he didn't quote it at all.
Oh,
that's like the best part of that thing is I ain't gonna die in no ghetto.
That whole video is the best part of that video. Surviving Edge Weapons is great. If you're not dead to the tone of the room like me and show it to a bunch of people who wouldn't like it like I did.
Who'd you show it to?
I'm not going to drop names. It's just the people who know and saw it. They probably agree with me.
Okay.
That was a bit tone deaf of me.
Yeah, I watched that JonTron video and I was like, that was funny. John, why'd you
do all the
other shit?
Yeah.
Why'd you do that, John?
I always kind of wish that he'd find some way to get back into the public eye in a positive notion so I can say it's the return of Jafari. That's tad racist, I'm sorry.
He'd make the joke himself, and you know what? He deserves it.
I thought I heard a clown honk outside.
That was a goose, but we'll say it was a clown. Clowns migrate south for the winter this time of year.
Oh man,
clowns again.
Those flying clowns. They're always pelting my car with pies. And I tell you, they must use some really bad whipped cream in those because they taste like shit.
Taylor.
Uh-oh.
Got some bad news for you.
What?
That whipped cream is non-dairy.
Oh no!
It's not real milk.
It's soy whipped cream, the worst of all.
Wait a minute. Isn't
the only thing that's better than soy whipped cream is no whipped cream.
Wait, that's isn't that Cool Whip? Isn't Cool Whip like a non-dairy whipped cream?
I don't fucking know.
I like Cool Whip.
Cool Whip is nice.
Today's episode of Frankenstein Controlled is brought to you by Cool Whip. What the fuck is it?
I know two things.
That's their tagline.
Yeah. And their like spokesperson is like Christopher Walken or somebody, and he comes out and he's like, I know two things about myself. I know that I do not possess the capacity to feel remorse, and I don't know what Cool Whip actually is. Cool Whip. Eat it.
I like how you took the high road with the Christopher Walken impression there.
I forgot to impersonate him. I don't know. I'm sort of doing a just more Master Shake than anything else. Cool Whip, Frylock.
This episode of Frankenstein Whatever is sponsored by Cool Whip. What even is that crap? I don't know, Shake Frylock. What do you think? Welcome to Taylor's intro to impressions that'll get you laid at a party, Volume 1.
Yeah. Taylor does 100 impressions.
Peter Griffin.
Peter Griffin.
First one, Peter Griffin. Second one, Homer Simpson. Ooh, Margie. Third one, Robin Williams.
Here's my impression of Robin Williams.
Oh! He died.
I have to use horrible comedy to mask my abject despair because God, I miss that man every day.
Yeah,
that man was a national treasure if ever there was one, and we did not deserve him.
They just lived long enough not to do anything horrible and hateful.
Yeah.
Well, speaking of celebrities who died, I am not. Like, I noticed this the day it happened, but I'm...
When Alex Trebek died, by the way, rest in peace.
Exactly.
Ali Trey.
Well, here's the thing. Alex Trebek did die. And I realized this the day it happened, but I saved making any jokes about it on any of my social media platforms.
Oh, God, well, thank you for that, B-Rai. A day after he croaks. Good.
Yeah.
Thank you for your sensitivity, B-Rai.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I was storing them up until we could record.
Oh, God.
No, I'm actually really sad and disturbed that he died because he's like, I'm going to be the first to beat pancreatic cancer. And pancreatic cancer
anyway.
Scares the shit out of me. I'm really scared of getting pancreatic cancer.
Oh, yeah, because you're a hilarious problem.
Actually, that surprisingly enough, that doesn't increase your risk. Having had pancreatitis, it's if you have like recurrent episodes of pancreatitis like throughout your life, that can be a sign.
Your
but, like,
pancreatitis has reruns.
yeah. But anyhow, well, no, it's more just because it kills you really, really quickly. It's like a death sentence. It's like one of the cancers that's death sentences. And a friend's dad died of it, and like the lady who raised me died of it.
Yeah.
So
it follows you.
Yeah. It's the it follows of me. So hopefully,
B-Ride, the way you're gonna die, you're gonna be killed by the pancreatic pantser.
okay.
It's a person.
That's just Revere.
It's Revere, but he's got a lot of canker sores. He's gonna come for those pants, boy, and his mouth is gonna have all these sores on it. And when he talks, flies come out.
He's like, I've been kissing toilet seats and now I have cat herpes.
Herpes.
Give me your pants.
Skoom's a hell of a drug.
Dude, just have a picture of Revere on a fucking poster, like drawn in like the ink and like Gutenberg print style, all over Tamriel. Just these posters of Revere, and it says, "What is it? Fucking skooma." Not even once. I want that. Imperial Guards putting them up.
Where was I? Alex Trebek. So.
God, yeah, we wandered far, didn't we?
I'm in the meantime, like I realized this the day of, but in the meantime, like multiple people have commented about this strange coincidence. But Sean Connery,
yeah,
and so now he could be greeted with, "We meet again, Trebek," and their eternal battle of trivia and lewd jokes about your mother and other things can commence.
It's like a Jefferson and. Help.
It's like them two of the founding fathers that I can't remember either right now, and I'm supposed to be the smart guy.
My brain cells fell out.
Yeah, who was like, I can die so long as Jefferson lives or whatever, and Jefferson died like that afternoon.
And he's like, shit, we don't have social media. In 1773. 3 years before he wrote the Declaration of Independence, Thomas Jefferson died.
Guess who else died?
Me.
Joby the shitting dog.
What?
No, Joby!
Joby
died. I found that out.
See how he died on me?
I logged in.
Shitty damn dead dog.
I logged into Facebook for a reason even I can't even explain anymore. I should be logging in less and less.
Yeah.
I checked in. And I guess like years and years ago, I liked the page of whoever made the Joby videos.
Uh-huh.
And like at the time,
they're like, Joby has died of coronavirus.
No.
I mean, Revere.
For like I guess I still like never unliked them or anything 10 years ago.
I mean, why would you? But also like, why didn't you?
Yeah. And like they were posting things for the first time in ever.
Yeah.
And it was just a bunch of pictures of Joby and stuff. And someone commented, like, is Joby still around and shitting? And whoever the owner was, the page's name is Lonnie Stanks. And I did not... So there were some problems with the Joby videos that I never picked up on.
Uh-huh.
See, the thing is, at the time the Joby videos were popular and we were laughing at them, I actually happened to know a like big fat white Cajun dude who sounded like the guy in the video.
Yeah.
So when I heard him talking, that's who I pictured.
Yeah.
Evidently, it was supposed to be like sort of a racist stereotype voice.
Oh.
And the profile picture of Lonnie Stanks, like on Facebook, was a kind of a racist drawing of a racist mugshot.
Oh no!
And I never put two and two together. Then, like as I got,
oh my god, what?
As I became more sentient, I was like, that's kind of not cool.
Yeah.
The Joby videos are not as funny anymore.
Joby was canceled, so they had to put him down.
Oh no!
But the person, that is not their profile picture anymore. Their profile picture now is just like a picture of Joby. And somebody in the comments was
nice
like, yo,
cover up.
Yo, is Joby still around? And whoever runs the page responded like, no, he died in like 2015.
2015?
Yeah.
Okay, well at least we can't blame that on 2020.
Yeah.
But we can still blame it on 2020.
He died at the same time as Harambe.
The bullet went through Harambe and killed Joby somehow.
Bullet went back in time because that was in 2016.
Took this dog to the zoo so he can shit all over the place and nobody can tell because there's already shit all over the place at the zoo.
Yeah.
Joby!
Should we like nickname Joe Biden Joby?
Yes.
I like
Oh
that.
my God.
Absolutely. Shit a damn president.
Why are you shitting on them damn floors, Joby?
See how he mind me?
Oh, God.
That
Joby. That's a fun nickname. I like that for Joe Biden.
That was a weird time in my life, the Joby videos. I was sort of around the time of B-Ride's hilarious problems. So
Yeah.
that's probably why I didn't think too hard about any of those things, because my own brain wasn't correct.
Well, at least you had an excuse.
Yep.
I just thought they sounded funny.
I did too.
And there was a dog pooping in it, and I thought that was silly.
I was experiencing acute alcohol and prescription drug-induced psychosis.
I was experiencing cowboy psychosis. Will you ever talk about that on the
No.
Frankenstein Control?
So Taylor's brother Brian moved to California, and he drove that way, or we drove out that way. We talked about it in an episode, but when he was like planning for the trip and everything, he was looking at like his route and looking at the like city names and everything, and just making the observation that when you're on the East Coast, all the locations are like named after people, or it's just recycled names from Europe. And then when you get farther out west, the names get really weird or violent, and so it'll be like Dead Man's Cavern and like
Boot Hill Junction.
Yeah, Endless Waste Zone or just shit like that.
Yeah, some of the places are called like straight up like Deadville and shit.
Scalpin' Ridge.
Yeah.
You will die here, city.
Dead Dingo Pass.
And,
Judge Holdenton.
He's like, yeah, and then just all the names turn into like, and then I fill in Cowboy Psychosis.
And that's basically what it was.
Yeah.
You had to be some kind of crazy to go out there. You were some whacked ass cowboy discovering shit. And you say, ooh, them engines, they're coming for me. That rock over there is named Razor Ass Rock.
You're gonna die out here, just like old Poop Face.
Your whole family's going to be taken by witches. And you'll be killed by a goat.
We saw the Vavitch.
Now I'm just picturing the
By Eridan.
Judge Holdenton Elementary School, and then like the same letters on the opaque, like,
Judge Holdenton.
you know how they have like those signs out in front of the school
With
with
the
like,
letters you can move.
the letters you can move,
Yeah.
and, like the sign's always vaguely beige from age and like
Yeah.
being sun bleached.
The marquee.
And the same like little letters that says like PA meeting at 4:30. It just says war is God.
Funny, I thought that was just one of them Baptist Sunday schools in the South.
This is it there too.
It's Judge Holden Elementary with their mascot, Fudgy.
Good old Judge Fudge. Bring about the
And
judge.
it's like a little cartoon Fudge character with like a judge's wig on and a gavel.
I'm pretty sure that's
Judge
a
Fudge was from frickin' Drawn
drawn
Together.
together.
That was a really stupid show that nobody liked.
Yeah.
Dude, a lot of people like that show.
It was like one of those things where it would have one really good hit out of like 10 or 11 really bad misses.
Mm-hmm.
And you were like, wow, the one hit was good enough to sort of
Justify the rest of it.
Yeah, but also like watching this doesn't make me feel good.
Yeah, it's definitely like a show that is a great example of like raunch can only carry something so far.
Yeah.
You need something, there needs to be something else in the mix for that to carry through. It's why Adult Party Cartoon failed.
Yeah.
Well, Adult Party Cartoon failed for a lot of reasons.
Because nobody told John K. no.
Yes.
When they should say no constantly to John K.
It's because
even
John
though
K.
he might ignore it.
John K.
Oh,
suffers-
nice. That's a good one.
It was
Ooh.
a little dark, sorry.
No, it's
I mean, it's true.
yeah.
John K. suffers from acute cowboy psychosis. So
Yes, allegedly. Allegedly. For legal reasons. For legal purposes, I have to say allegedly. But we all know he fucking did it. John K., bad boy of the industry, as in he's a bad he's a bad person.
Yeah.
Don't go near the K. He's not a special K. He's a John K. That's like an alternate universe cereal right there.
Uh-huh.
It's like dried spinach flakes with like with like cumin instead of cinnamon.
And it's a cereal?
And yeah, and the instead of like strawberry cuts, like little cuts of dried strawberries, it's got like cuts of black licorice.
Ugh.
And that's John K. cereal. That's in the only timeline that's worse than ours.
Oh, okay.
Is where instead of Special K, there's John K.
Another weird John is John Mouse. And
Yeah.
We like his brand of weird.
Oh, hold on. Let me play a clip of him.
Well, you really got to enunciate with John Mouse. You can't hear the lyrics if you don't.
Yeah.
No, but Lissa was watching some sad cancer movie. That's what she watches when I'm not. She knows that I will not watch and I will not participate with movies that solely exist to make you sad.
Yeah.
Sad
I will not
cancer
participate.
movie.
I
Yeah.
refuse to participate with them. I'm like, no, you are not going to make me feel sad. You are not going to make a movie that just like, oh, what a deep human story this tells, and it just exists to make you feel sad. I'm like, no, I'm not going to watch that. And if you start watching that, I'm going to put my earbuds in, and I'm going to watch the Shinsengumi raid on the Ikeda Inn from Samurai X Trust and Betrayal on YouTube.
That's highly specific.
Your go-to video.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Didn't Rurouni Kenshinmen get arrested?
He got arrested for the child porn.
No!
Which only just recently became a crime in Japan.
See the
and
John
which
K.
is
of
why
Japan?
He was fined the equivalent of like either $200 to $1,200, not a lot.
Yeah.
Oh.
And
I mean, it's still bad and awful that okay, so like, why though?
I don't know.
What's he doing with that? What are you doing with that, homeboy? Well, then again, like most drawn art in Japan could be considered child porn. So
I think
like,
they're like, it's a gray area.
Well, was it real?
That I don't know. And
Because if it was real, that boy should be in the slammer.
yeah, trading the real shit that's a hell of a lot different from looking at drawn pictures, because somebody actually got hurt.
Yes, somebody's life was irreparably damaged because of that.
Yeah. Anyhow, getting back to John Mouse.
John K. got it.
Trying to avoid the subject of the child prawn.
Yeah, we don't got our videos monetized. Fuck it.
No, but fuck.
John
Anyway,
Mouse, John Mouse.
the sad cancer movie. Lissa's like, oh, I have a song that was in this sad cancer movie that I added to my like YouTube playlist. For like when we're driving around because I like the song, and it starts up and it's fucking Hey Moon.
Really?
But it's like different vocals.
Huh.
And it's like a woman singing it.
Really?
And I was like, yeah, and then it's a cover, and it made it into this movie, like a mainstream actual movie. And I was like, holy shit! As it started playing, I was like, is this John Mouse? And then the vocals started, and I was like, no, it's a cover. And she's like, wait, John Mouse wrote this? And I was like, yeah. And she's like, that John Mouse? The she's like, I'm waiting for that to happen in the song, and it's just not. And I was like, no, yeah. She's like, I wondered why, like, when I looked up the song after watching that movie, like, I got 1,000,000 results for John Mouse. And I was like, that's not quite what I'm looking for. And I was like, no, he originally wrote that song. It's like his normalist song.
Yeah.
It's his only song that's normal.
Wait, I know that one.
The Hey
It goes, hey moon, out there all alone, sitting lonely by the phone. Can you feel me?
Hey Moon, don't get them to bury the.
Now that sounds like John Mouse.
What if he was John Moth?
John. Tragedies everywhere.
What if he was John Moth? Tragedies everywhere.
Tragedy is everywhere. Tragedy is everywhere, by the way, sounds like the title of an actual John Mouse
It
song.
does. I mean, one of them is called "We Must Become the Pitless Censors of Ourselves."
And the other one, what's that one that's really good? That's like, My Whole World's Coming Apart.
Yeah.
And that's a great fucking song.
Yeah. The one where the lyrics is like, and this is my nightmare.
My nightmare. Yeah. That's a great song. God, I'm trying to remember what's the other one.
Let me guess. The instrumental part is like.
No, there's also the one that goes, motherfuck, the fear is back. I think that song's just called The Fear.
I haven't heard that one.
That's a good one.
Does it have a drum beat that's like...
No. John Mouse, tragedy is everywhere because John Mouse had to stop touring for a while pre-COVID.
Oh.
Because his brother abruptly died.
Oh.
His brother's in his brother's in his band.
Oh, that'll put a damper on things.
After a show, he just like abruptly, and he's like our age, and he just like abruptly died of an undiagnosed heart condition out of nowhere, and it kind of fucked everybody up.
Yeah.
As something like that would. So he had to like stop touring and deal with the loss. So we can expect an album coming out where he expresses his feelings.
He processes it, and it's just 40 minutes of him going, my brother's dead, my brother's dead. That's really mean. I'm sorry for saying that.
You're like his biggest fan,
I
too.
know.
Yeah, this will be the one video that John Mouse actually watches of ours. And he'll be like, man, fuck these guys. And he cancels us. John Mouse cancels Frankenstein Control. And it's all your fault.
It was bound to happen eventually.
He's like, who leaked them my demo tapes as well? That was the
Jonathan Mouse, please don't hate us.
no, we love you, John Mouse. I was actually really sorry to hear that happened. It's a huge fucking bummer, man.
Yeah.
Nobody should have to go through that, especially not Jonathan Mouse.
Well, here's something that'll bring the mood up.
Bring my PB up now.
Did y'all hear about the Four Seasons debacle?
Yeah.
Yeah. That's so fucking funny.
So to explain for our audience, if they've heard about it or haven't heard about it but don't know all the details, the Trump campaign, after losing the election and flailing around for something to grasp in the dark,
flailing around for straws.
yes, tried to hold an emergency press rally at the Four Seasons. The Four Seasons, of course, being an elite hotel where rich people like to go and do important things. And his inept campaign, while searching, didn't search very hard when trying to book it in this one city, where there just also happened to be a random garden store and lawnscaping place called the Four Seasons.
In between
In between
a very crematorium and a dildo shop.
Really?
Yes.
Is that part real?
Yes.
Because I saw like a meme making fun of that, but I didn't know that was true.
I mean, I've seen they've interviewed.
Oh, that's funny.
They've interviewed the dildo shop owner, so
They've interviewed
They
the
dildoed?
They dildoed the.
Do you mean like a
You threw me off. I was trying to say they interviewed the dildo smith.
yes, the
cocksmith.
dildo smith, the cocksmith, please.
He's hammering. He's like hammering a red hot schlong.
Yeah.
Ping,
Bing.
I mean, they make metal ones.
Ugh.
I guess they're stainless steel though, so it's not blacksmith.
Ugh.
And he goes,
I don't
"Hello
know.
there, I'm Andre Overstora.
He says,
You got a cockneyed forging."
"You need to tighten that shard for that one."
I touch a night cock.
I was going to go the Skyrim route and ask him, when you talk to him about a dildo, he goes, "Gods be praised."
He goes, That's the
He's the Yorlin Greymane of dildos.
That's the companion guy, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, the one who's like God's be priced.
Yeah,
He's
it's
up on the big giant ultra
The
forge.
Skyforge. It's like, I just need to sell a bunch of iron daggers I enchanted.
Please just buy my dumb shit.
Spare me your spiel.
Spare me the Ally McBeal.
The spiel with the
The landscaping.
The landscaping company, though, is they quickly had to put out a podium for him to talk at, and they all had to act like a cat that falls off the coffee table. And
We meant to do this.
We meant to do this.
This was intentional.
This was entirely intentional. Fuck you for suggesting otherwise. We love this small business. Somebody created the flower shop or whatever it is in VR.
Uh-huh.
And
I've heard of this.
it has become a massive haven for furries.
God bless the furries.
God, you know what? I feel entirely comfortable for the first time in years. God bless America.
Oh, beautiful fur stations, furs forever, waves of fur from you. For purple fur suits masturbate above the... I can't think of anything else.
I always think of, I know I said this on an ancient episode, we might have edited it out, but I was talking about the Cliff Yablonsky Hates You part of somethingawful.com, where the guy just makes fun of people and their horrible pictures and usually claims to have beaten them up.
Yeah.
And he once referred to somebody's neck beard as amber waves of groin. that killed me. I always think of that. I can't not think of that.
Amber waves of groin. I think it's nice that we get to have at least this very brief moment in human history to where we can actually feel not terrible, and that's nice. Everybody, take a moment to just sit in your chair and fart real big.
Do a big fart.
Just do a big nasty steak. Feel good.
Uh-oh.
Hello.
It's John Mouse.
Now even you know I am a menace. I hand you the secrets to save the entire human race and the entire universe.